Hello, my name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy and the Mozilla Foundation's data privacy report on automobiles. So in 2023, Mozilla Foundation released a report talking about the results of their study and their research into privacy implication of data collection in cars. I highly recommend people read the report, but I'll tell you there's some zingers here in terms of some blockbuster data and information around privacy. So Mozilla did over 600 hours of research. So this is looking at privacy policies, looking at cars, looking at infotainment, telematics systems, trying to get a feel for what these cars do around personal data. They have some really interesting stats. So they looked at 25 car brands in terms of this study. They found that 100% of cars that they studied collect personal data. 85% of car brands sell or share data. 92% of drivers have little or no control over the personal data that gets collected about them, that is stored or transmitted from their car. 68% of car brands in the study earn what they call a bad track record rating, because 68% of these companies have had either breaches, hacks, or some other type of incident that implicates or would have put privacy of individuals at risk if they collect this information. And also, of the 25 brands that were looked at, all but 3 of these brands were part of a pledge. It's called the Consumer Protection Principles Pledge, which is about privacy preserving tech, data minimization, and transparency, but none of them actually followed those principles. This report is making waves around the country around how these car brands collect data. I think, especially with the U.S. being a car country, people are very interested in this study. When people buy cars, they may, for all intents and purposes, they want to drive places, but also I don't think that they expect that their car is gathering personal information, selling that information, and they may not have any either access or transparency to how this information is being used. So I think that there is going to be a lot more conversation, whether it be regulatory or at a customer level, around how cars collect information. I highly recommend that people go to the website called Privacy for Cars, privacy, the number 4 cars, to get an idea of what your particular car is doing and what the privacy report is on those cars. These reports for Privacy for Cars is free, so I definitely recommend people do that. I think, especially because cars, automobile telematics, things like that may fall under the realm of IoT, it really illustrates why IoT privacy is very important. I call IoT devices computers without screens. So because people may not be able to see what's happening in these systems, there may not be evident to them what information is collected about them, what information is being stored, what information is being shared. One example is when people connect their phone via Bluetooth to their cars, typically those cars will take a copy of your entire contact list. The purpose of that is so that people can do hands-free dialing, but there isn't anything to say. First of all, some cars, even if you say no, it downloads the list anyway. And then there's no way for the person to know whether that data got transmitted or sold to a third party. So it remains to be seen what's going to happen with this report. It's been reported widely in all the major news publications is being discussed a lot in circles, not just for regulators, but also individuals who are really looking at, trying to build trust with being able to use telematic systems without having it be able to sell or share people's personal information. That's it. Thank you.